Recently, I was running a Women in Leadership program. I asked how many women had faced situations at work recently that triggered self doubt. 70% of the room raised their hands. 70%. No wonder imposter syndrome is such a hot topic. And here's why it happens.
Female leaders hear so many mixed messages. Be assertive, but don't be aggressive. Speak up, but don't be pushy. It's no wonder they doubt themselves.
Yes, women are constantly bombarded with conflicting expectations and messages. So our brains try to compensate. We try to avoid criticism by doing perfect work. We try keeping on learning to do more and more. And over time, we develop imposter syndrome. And here's the kicker, then we're told it's all our fault, that imposter syndrome is all in the head.
But the truth is, imposter syndrome is not a personal flaw. It's a systemic issue caused by social conditioning and toxic workplace cultures.
Exactly. Many of us have been conditioned to believe that success comes from being perfect and always knowing all the answers. And when we don't meet these unrealistic expectations, then we start to believe that we're just not good enough.
So, how do leaders stop this happening?
A good place to start is by debunking the myths and legends that we've unconsciously absorbed all our lives. In my Complete Confidence Lab, we look at three of these and how to bust them. I call them the competence myth, the control myth, and the high standards myth.
First up is the competence myth. This drives the belief that successful professionals know how to do everything, and that just isn't true. In fact, successful people are flexible. They know how to learn new skills when they need to.
Next is the control myth. This tells you that successful women are in control of everything at all times. Now, if you believe this one, you'll be instantly stressed. Plus, you'll work way too hard to be in control. So, you need to stop and to reconfigure the relationship you have with control.
And finally, there's the high standards myth. This one tells you that you have to be perfect all the time in order to succeed. To combat it, remember that perfectionism keeps you locked into lower level tasks. Start to focus on strategic, high impact work instead. This is easier if you learn self regulation skills.
So let's stop blaming ourselves for imposter syndrome and start addressing the root causes. By debunking these three myths, you can lay a strong foundation for genuine confidence. If you want to learn more about powering up your self assurance, download my ebook, Beat Imposter Syndrome. Click on the link below to get your free copy now.